Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, just depending on what time you're watching this Read Aloud video. Today we will read Sam Helps Recycle by Judith Bauer Stamper. Let's begin. Hi, my name is Sam. I'm helping Maya and her mom recycle our trash. I hear Maya calling me now. Gotta go. Some of our trash goes into garbage cans. The rest goes into recycling bins. Maya has a big stack of newspapers ready. Wait a minute. I have to get that newspaper I hid behind the bushes. I'll add it to the stack. Cans and glass bottles are next. We put them into a separate bin. Hey, are they throwing away my dog food? No, it's okay. These cans are already empty. Plastic goes into the last bin. I run to get a bottle I left in the yard. I don't want to litter. When I come back, I get a surprise. My food bowl is in the recycling bin. Why are they throwing my bowl away? Before I can save my bowl, Maya calls me to get into the car. She says, "We're going to the recycling center. We're also bringing old batteries and unused paint. It's not safe to keep them around." In some towns, sanitation workers pick up the trash on one day and the recycling bins on another day. Where we live, we do our recycling ourselves. Maya's mom, start the car. Off we go. Maya's mom says that each person in the United States produces more than 4 pounds of garbage a day. That's enough to fill more than 60,000 garbage trucks. I wonder, where does all that garbage go? I soon find out. We drive by a huge landfill. My nose can smell it a mile away. Maya's mom tells us that a landfill is a deep hole dug into the ground. It has a lining of clay and plastic at the bottom. The lining keeps the rotting garbage from leaking into the groundwater. There are big bulldozers pushing huge piles of garbage that have been dumped out at the landfill. The trucks pack it down with their wide tires. I've heard Maya say that there's just too much trash to put in landfills. That's why we need to recycle paper, plastic, cans, and bottles. All of these things can be reused and turned into new things. I'm glad we're at the recycling center, but I'm still worried about my food bowl. I watch while some people put their newspapers into a big container. Then Maya and her mom put in their newspapers. My newspaper from behind the bushes goes in too. A sanitation worker comes over to pet me. He tells Maya that recycling paper saves lots of trees and lots of energy too. He explains that our recycled paper gets packed into big bales that go to a paper recycling factory. At the factory, the old paper is turned into pulp. Then it goes through a machine that turns out miles of new paper every day. Next, Maya's mom adds our bottles and cans to a big pile. A front-end loader scoops them up and dumps them into the back of a truck. It makes a horrible racket. I wish I could cover my ears. The worker says that the bottles and cans will go to a sorting facility that separates the glass and the metal. Then they go to separate factories to be recycled. At one factory, the glass bottles are crushed and melted into a liquid. Then the liquid glass is poured into molds to make new bottles and other products. The cans are taken to a different place. Before they leave the sorting center, though, they are crushed together into bales. Then they are taken to a factory that recycles metal. Recycled cans are made into new cans that can be used and recycled all over again. Maya's mom unloads the plastic last. I see my food bowl sitting on top of the pile. The worker tells us that plastic bottles take up a lot of space. In some landfills, they may never decompose or waste away. That's why it's really important to recycle plastic. He says that the plastic is sent from the recycling center to a factory. First, the plastic is cleaned. Then, it is chopped up into little pieces. Finally, it is melted down and made into new plastic products. On our way home, I keep thinking about my bowl, but I still feel good about recycling. When we get home, I get a great surprise. Maya shows me my new red bowl. She points out the recycling symbol on the side as she fills it with food. While I'm eating, Maya and her mom talk about other recycled items. Maya's notebook has a recycled paper in it. Some clothes are made from recycled plastic, and some playground surfaces are made from old sneakers and rubber tires. After I finish my food, I head straight to my bed for a nap. Recycling is a lot of work, but it's worth it. Thank you for reading with me.